Hey there, welcome back. So today we will check how to implement search, a basic search mechanism when it comes to map. Now friends, that is something which we will see in Eclipse, but as of now, first of all, let us check this diagram on collection framework. Now this diagram is already shown to you when we have started with collection framework, but there is a catch in this diagram, and this is the reason why I'm showing this diagram to you once again. Now when we check set, list, queue, DQ, these type of collection are similar because all of these type of collection handles a specific value, a specific entity. In list, the main value contains a specific entry which is known as the value, right? But when it comes to map, we have pair of values, which is key and value pair, where key is important and value is important as well. There is no index, we have custom keys, right? As a result, maps are kept in a different block of hierarchy and collection is kept different. There are multiple methods which are directly derived from collections class which can perform operation on these collections which are set, list, queue, DQ. But collection methods won't be able to perform over maps. Why? Because maps are different type of collection, right? But definitely map and set, list, queue, DQ, all of these type of collection are inside collections framework. So this is one thing. Now let's proceed further and let's implement a very basic search on map. Now friends, when it comes to map, how we retrieve information? Pretty simple. We pass in the key and the value pair would be displayed to us. Let me show you. First of all, let me comment this loop. Here we go. And moving forward, let me add in a sysout statement. Then I will type in lectures, which is nothing but the map dot get, and I will pass in the key. This key could be, for example, 1, right? And if I execute the program, the output should be like null or some text. Let me show you. It is not responding. It might also give you a crash because this particular key is not available. Here we go. So there is a crash. The crash is because the key is of integer type and the class cast exception is there. So let us do one thing. Let us pass in a object of code type and let me change it to 99. So this key is not available in map lectures and the output would be null. Let me show you. Here we go. So the output is null, which is cool, right? Now if I type in L03, then this is a valid key and we should get a proper output, and the output is expressions. Why expressions? Because we have overwritten the value for this key and we have expression and we have generic. So firstly it had value of generics, but then later down the line we have overwritten the value. Let me show you the value for L05. The output would be methods, which is cool, right? But what happens if we pass in value? And this value is in string format, and let me execute this program and there should be a crash again, and the crash is class cast exception, right? Code cannot be casted to string, which is cool. Now how we can search a specific value? There is no need to search, right? We simply need to pass in the key and the value would be retrieved from the map itself and the value would be in front of us. So there is no need to search. If we know the key, then definitely we can get the information. But for example, we know the value and then we want to get the key of that specific value, then there would be an issue, right? Let me minimize this. Now in order to perform a specific operation where we know the value but we want to retrieve the key, then there could be an issue. So in order to perform that kind of unique search, we need to iterate through the map and check every specific value, and if the value matches then we will retrieve the key. Pretty simple. So loop we have with us, and outside this for loop we will create a object, or in other words we will create a reference. So I will type in code, right? So this code is nothing but a reference, and in here we have the entry, right? So we will type entry dot get value, and if this value equals to, for example, oops, then we will get the key for that particular entry. So how we will compare it? We will type in dot equals and we will pass in this string. like this. And now if this condition is true, then what we will do, we will say code equals entry dot get key, right? And once everything is done, we will simply display the key. So let me add in a sysout statement, and we will say the key for value, and here is the value. Now the value is oops, let me copy this. And if we type in double quotes in between double quotes, then that would be an issue, and in order to fix this, we will make use of an escape sequence. So we will enter slash before double quotes. Let me do it once again. The issue should vanish, plus, and then we will type in code. Now the code would be directly displayed without an issue. Why? Because we have the toString method with us, right? So the code would be displayed without an issue, which is cool. Now we need to also initialize this code, and we will initialize this with null. Alright, now everything is good, and this is the way how we can retrieve key for a value. And usually this particular scenario is rare, but I wanted you to know this little piece of information. Let me execute the program, and this should give us a proper output. The section number it is giving is 01, section 01, lecture is lecture 07. For oops, section is section 01, lecture 07. So we are able to retrieve information properly, which is good. So this is all about today's video. Thanks for watching and take care.